You know what I'm saying? And but he wasn't. By the time, so one day, him and Tip came busting in the studio. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? I need Joe. I need what I need to do. What you need for Charlotte? I go like, shit, man. You know what I'm saying? What you saying? And I saw that. I was like, I don't know how I felt about it being a topic of discussion, even if that's an option. You know what I'm saying? But once it became an option, I was like, because I knew, I introduced them to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They didn't know each other. You know what I'm saying? I would be the one that introduced Tip and Rocco to each other. And when things went, the other way, I think we was on the radio one day, man, and we was on Rush It or Flush It, and we played Ooh We Do Too that with Rocco on the radio with Coco Brother, and they was like, it didn't make it, and Rocco was like, man, guess you got to find something else to do. I was like, oh, nah, not me.
Yeah, so that's it.
I knew that rapping was, I knew I did that really good. You know what I'm saying? So I told Rock, I was like, okay, cool, I'll find my way.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then, and he probably was tired of me because I was doing nothing but accumulating money. He was like, I need to put you on my taxes, bro. but he literally took care of me like we came from the same mother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to this day, I'll never forget what he done for me. You know what I'm saying?
Shouts out to Rocco. So explain when Tip came in, how did you get on Grand Hustle?
It was always the plan. And I think KT and Mac really used to tell Tip, like, bro, if you and Doug,
put their hand on Doug, like, don't forget me, bro.
And Doug.
But no, listen, these two brought it to my attention that this is what they said. You know what I'm saying? Everybody probably was like, hey,
yeah, we know Doug.
This nigga drove. Yeah, like Doug become one of my biggest supporters. So I can believe he said it too.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I would get with Tip, but that was the whole plan, to always bro coming back. You know what I'm saying? So to be a part of that, I think it was like manifested. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
So look, this is what I want to ask you. Like, so and for you young artists out there who watching this, who look up to Dro and you look up to other artists, you're always waiting on this moment that I'm about to bring up. Every single artist, when they working, especially when they been through it, they almost got there, they got knocked back down. They almost got there, they got knocked back down. What was the feeling when you finally knew, okay, I got me a motherfucking hit? Cause that's a different feel that every artist is trying to get to. When you know, oh, I got one. Everybody around me knows I got one. What was that feeling, and how did that come about, man? Because we all know the song. So what was that feeling?
But man, before you go into that with the feeling, I want to add to what you're saying. When we're out at the birthday bash in the crowds, like the whole crowd know your verse. Dro, like, explain the feeling into that. Like when you got that beat, how did you know those words were gonna just transcend to what it's become today?
Okay, so I will answer his first because it segues into yours. So when I really knew I had one would be, we were on a tour bus in Jacksonville, Florida, and Tip played songs off of his album. That was out, or he was just previewing stuff. And then it was like, might as well throw this Dro in and let him hear it. I don't even believe that we hadn't even tested this yet. But of course it was a bunch of girls on there, and it was, all the homies and all PSC and, man, it might have been 20 people on the bus. When Tip played Shoulder Lean, the bus was shaking from side to side. And bro, it was, and when they was like, you gotta play that again. He played it again and it went the same way. I'm talking about all the way to, nigga, we were musty on the motherfucker. The bus smelled like pussy, underarms, and niggas. You feel what I'm saying? But it was the humidity from the movement on the bus was so intense. They was like, this it.
Yeah.
This is the song. And everywhere we played it, after then, it spread like wildfire. So I knew.
Yeah, you knew it. Got me one.
And the feeling that, I don't know, the feeling of people repeating it.
But that the way you came in on that verse is classic, man. It's like one of the hardest verses in hip hop. Mm-hmm. It's like up there with "It's All a Dream." Like it's like that to me. Mm-hmm. Like, what were you thinking when you heard the beat and then just to come in, Dro, I'm clean, and it like.
You know what? I don't know what pushed me to say my name at the beginning and at the end of my verses, but I think I was like the first cat to do that. You know, to say who I am on a track where you should already know who I am.
Yeah.
but I think when I was writing it, I kind of like took myself out of where I was because I was in the middle of the projects, right? I was sitting in the 9 over Cookie House, and I was like, where do I see myself with this song? And I said, okay, I picture myself rapping in a crowd of people. And I said, what would I do in the crowd of people? I said, well, I like my outfits. And if I was rapping in a crowd of people, I'd be like, I'd tell everybody to back up and be like, Dro. And they'll be looking at me like, oh, clean in this. You feel what I'm saying? And it almost was cinematic to me. Mm. So when I did it, I kind of like, it was like a movie in my head that I spoke into existence.
And that, and today when you perform it, like, how does it feel to hear them rap every single word? I mean, I think you were the first one to like put like colors and fruit.
Yeah, food. Yeah. I mean, like, I used a lot of things that we was lacking as a family. Food, color TVs.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So I would get that back.
Hey, look, let me ask you this: to the young man out there that goes back and hears Shoulder Lean and he wants to get fresh, where might a young man find some salamander sandals?
You know what, bro? I really.
Did you have some salamander?
Yes. I mean, well, it would have been the flavor that I felt like I was exposed to in my mind.
Yeah.
Which was stimulated because I really wanted to be something different than what I grew up to be. And I always seen magazines. I'm a thespian by nature. That I love movies and I love exploring without going, so to speak.
Okay.
So I would be in the middle of the projects and I would have these acquired tastes. Like, you know, I would consider myself having tea and crumpets. I would consider myself rocking linen like I was on a beach in the Cayman Islands. You feel what I'm saying? These gaiters I got on, like I don't only like gaiters. I like lizard. You know, I like, you know, these sandals are specially made of reptilian flavor. You know what I'm saying? And today is salamander. And I remember like the little polka dot on the back of. You know what I'm saying? It was just something rare that you could not get to. And I always wanted to represent rareness, you know what I'm saying?
Now, and I'm gonna tell you why that line's so dope. Cause it's a lot of people, it's a lot of us who heard it, and somebody say, "Hey, you ever heard of some salamander sound?" I don't know, that shit sound good.
The face says salamander.
And so you look when you can put a line together where people don't even know if you just saying something, if it's real, but they say, "I like it though." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know you got something, man.
My imagination was up to par. Like I always pictured myself in a 600 see-through Benz, and I would call it the glass coupe. Yeah. But you know, this is impossible to do. But you know, I'm going there. You know, a lot of things back then I was saying, like the Bentley truck wasn't out on that album. Yeah. But it came out.
It came out.
You feel what I'm saying? I manifest that. I manifest. Like I used to say, like I'm I'm in a convertible Range Rover. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, what are you talking about? I'm like, just bear with me. You know what I'm saying? And like, so I would always try to say things that were impossible. You know what I'm saying?